Hey, what's going on, guys? I am Stock Sniper Mike, and today I'm going to talk about how we were able to take advantage of the sector momentum in the cannabis sector. Now, the cannabis sector is an all-time favorite for the stock snipers. When we first started trading all the way back in 2016, it was the first sector that we ever watched. It was actually the first sector that we were able to make an $1,000 trade on. So a 4-digit trade came all the way back in 2016 when we first started watching this cannabis sector. As a stock sniper, most of our gains come from sector momentum. So taking advantage of it when it comes around is a big thing that we like to do. And that's what we were able to do last week in the cannabis sector. The reason why the cannabis sector got heat and got some momentum was because the House is going to once again vote to federally legalize marijuana in the upcoming week. So with that news coming out, we got very nice spikes in the sector leaders in the cannabis sector. When watching hot sectors, you always want to find the sector leader, so the main thing that is leading that sector. And with cannabis, we have TLRY, a big listed stock, as well as Canopy Growth, CGC. So TLRY and CGC are two stocks that we like to reference to tell if the cannabis sector is heating up. And once this news was dropped last Thursday, both of these stocks got very big spikes. TLRY was able to squeeze all the way from the 5s all the way to the 7s in one day. Now that spike was hard to take advantage of because we didn't know when they were going to drop that news. But how we take advantage of sector momentum is we find the other stocks that are in that sector that have not made the move yet, and then we go and snipe those. So as we saw TLRY getting the big spike as Power Hour started in Thursday, we started to search around in our excessive cannabis watch list that we have on TD Ameritrade, and we were able to find one of our favorite old school stocks, actually the first ever stock that we traded in the cannabis sector. So what goes around comes back around, we always like to say. OTC cannabis stock MJNA. And MJNA is one of our favorites. We actually have two posts from all the way back in December of 2017 when we were playing MJNA, back when it was 15 cents. And then a year later, we have a post in December of 2018, back when it was 9 cents. And now we are coming into March of 2022, and we are still playing and profiting off this same stock, MJNA. So big shout out to everyone out there that's a part of the MJNA team. And I honestly think they have the best ticker out there for the cannabis sector, MJNA. I mean, it's the closest to marijuana. So that was the first one that we were able to find to take advantage of. We also took overnight MRMD, some other bonus cannabis stocks that you guys want to check out and add to your watch list so you guys have them when the spikes do happen again. MMNFF, MedMen, got a very nice spike as well when this happened. You also have MCOA, a sub penny. You have a sub penny in ERBB, herb, and then you have another sub penny that we like a lot in hemp, HEMP. Those are great stocks to watch, as well as larger OTC stocks that we believe are going to eventually be the sector leaders when America does eventually legalize and decide to federally legalize cannabis, and that's GTBIF, CRLBF, TCNNF, CURLF, PLNHF. All those are dispensaries out there that are actually selling product and getting revenue right now, and we do believe they are all due for turns once the federal legalization does come out. But let's talk about how we took advantage of the sector momentum last week. When we saw TLRY get that spike, we pulled up MJNA's chart, and MJNA's chart was beautiful because it was creating that first green day that we like to see. The first green day was only buyers and no sellers. So as it started to creep up into Power Hour, we wanted to be a part of it. We got a fill at 1.8 as our first fill. And we got that fill with only $3,200. So not even the biggest size that we had here, because we were looking for a dip to add more into as it just rose up with that sector momentum, as you can see. Now, unfortunately, we did not get the dip back to our spot, so we didn't get a full fill, but we did get a beautiful close as the cannabis sector all closed at very nice spots at high a day. MJNA actually closed all the way up at 2.2 that day. So we were already up a good 20% and $600 going overnight on a $3,000 position. So 30 minutes, 20%. Very nice push to end the day there. And we were going to hold overnight looking for the momentum into the next day. And that next day, we woke up to very nice momentum. We got a gap up, and that's what you want to see as a stock sniper. It closed at 2.2. Now it's opening up at 2.4, and TLRY is also opening up slightly. So we got nice cannabis sector momentum, and we decided to hold this one overnight and take it. In the first 2 minutes as it started to spike, we were able to sell there right around 2.5, making a total of $1,150 and just about 30% overnight on our money in MJNA there. And the thing did spike to 2.7, but it's always nice to tag the bag when you have it, especially when you have 30% overnight. So that was how we were able to take advantage of the cannabis sector very quickly when it does heat up. And with us only being able to take advantage of one of these plays, we were still able to make 30% plus and $11.50 in profit. But the most important thing is, this is an education video for us to take advantage of the next move, because there will be another move in this cannabis sector, and it can possibly be soon. The House does get together next Friday to announce if they're gonna legalize marijuana. That's April 1st. Now that usually does pass, because the past 6 times that has passed. But what happens is when the House does pass it, it goes up to the Senate, and then the Senate has to pass it to become a law. The Senate has not been able to pass this law in a long time. So hopefully, when it does get raised up to that Senate vote, maybe we get a change of momentum and then we get the pass of the Senate. If that does happen, all of these stocks that we brought up in this video are gonna skyrocket and you will be able to take advantage of them. So make sure you're there to take advantage when the time does come. An important thing to pay attention to on April 1st vote is the Republicans' vote of what they say in the House. The Democrats are always usually favorited with this cannabis bill. It's usually the Republicans that hold it back, especially when it comes up to the Senate. So pay attention to the Republican votes in the House, and that'll give us a good feel if we can actually have federal legalization of cannabis in our near future. All right, guys, hopefully you guys got to enjoy some sector momentum. We actually have a video about hot sectors and how to take advantage of all of them that we just released at the beginning of the year. So make sure to go check that out if you haven't yet. We'll be coming out with more videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and you'll always get a bonus one every once in a while. I'll see you back here next week for a new video. Stock Sniper Mike, out. And don't go smoking too much of that cannabis out there. Let's keep taking advantage of it.